Okay, so this is my homemade compost tumbler, a 55-gallon metal drum. Uh, Fabricated it all out of metal pieces, but you can use wood to make the frame. There's a lot of videos on how to do that. The lid, I just wanted to mention that when you're cutting out the lid, a good thing to keep in mind is to cut this line first before you cut the rest. Then you can put the hinges on while everything is still in place, and then cut the latch side so that you can put whatever latching mechanism you're going to use in place, and everything is still, kind of sitting there. You're not having to prop it up or hold it in some way while you work on it. And then you cut the sides and you have a door. The frame I made out of a trampoline frame. These, if you can tell in the video, are slightly curved and were pieces of the round frame for the circumference, where you can see where the springs attach and then hold that black part of the trampoline. And then also, as part of the frame of the trampoline, I got this piece and this piece, which serves as my, I guess you would call it a bearing system. It's just a larger piece of pipe with another smaller piece of pipe that fits perfectly inside of it. And so I welded a piece of angle right there, and then I welded the larger piece of pipe to that. And so now I can take the legs off of the barrel anytime I want. Don't have to undo any bolts or anything. So if you're moving it, or maybe something happens to this barrel, I have to replace the barrel. And I welded everything. But again, if you don't have a welder, you can do all of this with screws and wood, even the hinges. I started to screw the hinges in, changed my mind, decided I was going to weld everything. I did screw this latch mainly because it's aluminum. This angle piece is aluminum. I just drilled a hole in there, and I'm eventually going to get a quick release, like a belt clip, to go in there. And then I've filled it with some dirt and some kitchen waste, some roots and leaves. It's already really warm in here. I'm not sure what today is, but I'm going to start counting the days and see how long it takes to make some good soil that I can use in my greenhouse. I'm sorry about the video. Trying to do all this. So anyway, that's it. And then the other side, I made it the same way. This frame, I can easily take it off when I want. I didn't have any black paint, so right now it's just brown primer. I'll pick up a can or two of black paint so that I can paint the barrel black and help it to heat up even more. I also added some water to the mix. I haven't drilled air holes just yet, but I'm going to drill some air holes along the perimeter of the barrel and then along the bottom, and then put a tray underneath to catch what drips out and make a tea of it to use as a liquid fertilizer in the greenhouse also. Everything was free. I didn't buy anything. Everything was just going to the trash at one place or another, and I just picked it up. I guess with the exception of my my welding wire for my wire feed welder. I haven't spent any money. Oh, and the paint. I guess at some point in time I bought the paint, but it was just sitting in the garage at this point. So very inexpensive, and I'm excited to see how fast I can make some dirt. My other compost is just, a compost bin, and you just pile it up, and it took all year to make something that almost resembles topsoil, but still has a lot of undecomposed leaves and things in it. So I'm trying to make my compost a little faster. If this works out, I'm going to make another one, and I'll have two of them going at the same time, because I have so many trees on my property. I have a constant supply of brown matter, and then so kitchen scraps and scraps from the greenhouse can go into it, and I can just keep making soil. So, and then this is the greenhouse, which is not quite finished, but it's October right now. It's the beginning of October. I'm not sure of the date, but I think it's around the 7th or 8th. But anyway, the greenhouse is not finished, as you can see, but right now it's not cold yet, so it's not that critical. This is going to be a winter greenhouse. We're going to try and grow vegetables all winter long. Right now I have some carrots that I seeded about 3 days ago. They're not up yet. These are some radishes, and I don't know if you can see, but they've started sprouting. I seeded those a few days ago. And then down here I seeded some turnips, and they're sprouting. So we'll see how it goes through the winter. These over here are tomatoes that I just bought at Lowe's. Good looking tomato plants. This one has several tomatoes already on it. Not sure. I think I paid $3 for these plants. And then we caught some blackberries and grapes on sale for $1.75, and we bought those. So it's going good. Our kale, not sure what happened. I think maybe it got too hot in here for the kale, so we'll try to bring those back. I've never grown kale before, but I bought these, and I didn't seed these, so this is kind of an experiment. But the next few days and weeks, we'll be putting this greenhouse together. We're going to have some raised beds in here. It's a fairly small greenhouse. It's 30 foot by 8 foot. We're going to grow a lot of things vertically on trellises in here. I have this barrel for water catchment, which I haven't installed yet. It's just sitting in its place where it's going to be, although it's going to be raised up as high as I can get it. And I'm going to run a gutter across the front and catch water. We've got, this is what I pulled out of my compost bin. Still pretty good stuff, and that's what I used to start the beds with, and then I mixed some dirt with it. But it took all year to get this, so that's why I made the tumbler, to try to make that process a little faster. And anyway, so just thought I'd share some of the things I was doing. My next project, once I get the greenhouse put together, is a solar hot water heater, which I have most of the components for that I've paid nothing for so far. Build a solar hot water heater, and then some solar hot air collectors for the greenhouse. Oh, one more thing for the greenhouse. Since it is going to be a winter greenhouse, we will have to heat it. And since we're trying to become self-sufficient, sustainable, and off the grid, I'm going to put a small rocket stove in here and see if I can regulate the heat well enough to keep the plants alive through the winter. And so that's all I have for now. Talk to you later. Bye.